Hello and welcome to EDUC 407. This is the Technology and Digital Literacy class. My name is David Gago. I will be your professor for this course. So let's go into a little about who I am and then kind of go into the nuts and bolts of this class. So I am Dr. David Gago. I have a doctorate. This is my second year at University of Laverne as a teacher, 22 years into education total. I'm a high school math teacher at Golden Valley High School here in Bakersfield, California. I'm a subject matter facilitator for math in the Kern High School District, as well as a mentor teacher with the Kern High School District, serving a variety of mentees. I also hold two masters, one in educational technology, one in education, teaching and learning, and an EDD in educational leadership. Now for our first week of class, just to kind of get us started, you'll notice I'm sending this to you before the class starts because I want you to kind of get used to how this formatting is going to go. I'm going to show you how the course will be structured. We'll talk a little about SAMR and ISTE standards and our week one learning, so that way you can even get started with it right away. So how is this course structured? So I'm going to communicate with you on Sundays, maybe even Saturdays or Fridays, depending on how busy I am. I will give you a weekly announcement that will kind of go over what you have to do for the week. I will also post things on Blackboard, especially for some of you guys that are professionals and you want to get started on stuff so you don't fall behind. I totally and completely understand that. So it's my goal to get things up and running so you can start working on even the next week or the next week after that, so you don't feel like you have to wait to get things done. I will answer quick messages and questions on Slack. This is one of our online programs that we're going to use for this class. It's another way of doing where you can text each other without having to give away phone numbers or personal information. It's all embedded in just this class. Only ones that have access are the people in this class. And then once the class is over, then you don't have to worry about it. So you don't have to worry about any possible information being shared with anybody else. You can always email me. That's a great way of communicating with me at any time. I check my email all the time. I also have it on my phone. I'm here to answer your questions to make this class as best as possible. You'll notice here we have a few in-class meetings. So we have August 25th, September 1st, September 22nd, October 6th, and October 13th. Those will be our in-class meetings where we will actually meet at University of Laverne, the Bakersfield campus on Stockdale Highway. Now, I do have at least one telecommunicator that's from Valencia. I will provide the Zoom link for you to join in, so that way you can get credit for the attendance as well. You'll notice here I've got 3 dates that are online, which means we're not going to meet in class. I'm still going to provide the announcement. I'm still going to provide help. But on those Thursday nights, you don't have to worry about meeting or anything. That's the 8th of September, the 15th of September, and the 29th of September. Those could change, but I doubt it. At least right now, that's what I'm signaling as those would be the online, so you can plan ahead, and then the in-class, so you can plan those as well. If you do have any questions or you run into any situations where that might conflict with something, talk to me as quickly as possible. All of these are Thursdays, and we don't meet on any other days, although if you do run into any issues, I could set up a Zoom meeting and meet with you if you needed something right away. Don't worry about that. I have no problems doing that. In a typical week in this course, the first couple assignments are going to be something to study in ISTE standard because we're talking about technology. So it's going to be learning about how we can use this in our classrooms, how we can use this in education to further our students' learning. The second part of the week is you're going to have 2 or 3 assignments where you're going to apply the ISTE standard to something you're going to do. And especially when we talk about digital literacy, you becoming a digital citizen, helping students to become digitally aware of how they can use technology to help themselves. So it's going to be something you learn that week, and you'll do some reflection. Some of that's going to be on Slack, our online program. Some of that is going to be in a collaboration with other people. You're going to learn different parts of technology to help you out. And again, I'm going to be here to help you every step of the way. Now, one of the things we'll talk about is SAMR. Okay, if you haven't heard this before, SAMR stands for substitution, augmentation, modification, and redefinition. Ideally, in a classroom, if you're going to give something on paper and pencil, just giving technology to do the same thing, which we call substitution, doesn't really help out. In fact, in a lot of cases, it just makes the technology that much more cumbersome. What you want to do in a classroom is try to move towards modification redefinition. Augmentation is something where you can help with assignments that's not maybe like an online calculator for mathematics. That's a little bit different than actually having a physical calculator, because they can access that and complete stuff at the same time. There's some functional improvements there. But modification and redefinition are where we want to go with technology. You want to be able to redesign tasks that include the technology component, but also force the students to think and do things that they're not used to, kind of pushing them farther. Redefinition is totally redefining an assignment that would be done one way on paper, but something totally different and maybe deeper for those students using technology. You may be communicating with people across the world and working with them. That's a redefinition where maybe the only thing you could have done is in class. So technology can allow for us to do more things if we use it properly. So one of the things we're going to talk about is how can you use technology to move towards doing something that the kids have never done before, that they're going to get so much more out of it than just writing on paper and pencil. One of the things we will talk about are the ISTE standards. You'll see these throughout the weeks. There's two different sets of standards. ISTE stands for International Society for Technology and Education. There's a set of standards for students, and there's a set of standards for educators. We will be talking about both of these. Okay, so it's going to be really important that you pay attention to the differences between the two, because you're going to see it from a student point of view. Then you're also going to see it from an educator point of view, and we're going to look at how we're going to mirror those together and kind of combine them to make the best experiences for our students. The first couple weeks 2 through 4, you're going to learn about the ISTE standards for students. So we're going to learn how we can make students empowered learners, digital citizens, knowledge constructors, innovative designers, computational thinkers, creative communicators, and global collaborators. All the stuff that we need in 21st century learning, we want to show them how they could use technology as a powerful tool to get there. Now that's weeks 2 through 4. We're going to spend weeks 5 through 8 looking as educators, how can we, with technology, be better learners, leaders, citizens, collaborators, designers, facilitators, and analysts. So a lot of it's going to look at how, on our side, can we help that to help the students reach their goals in terms of technology, as well as meeting all of the content standards that we have for each of our classes. Now, there's some frequently asked questions that come up. Should I follow Blackboard or the syllabus if there's a conflict? When I make a syllabus, it's the ideal, but sometimes things happen, technology happens, and we might have to switch things up. If you ever have to check anywhere about assignments, Blackboard is the case. Okay, so check Blackboard. I'm not going to have any mystery or hidden assignments that you have to do. Otherwise, I will always let you know what to do. And if I make a mistake, let me know. I will correct it. But Blackboard is going to be where you look at. Another question I do get a lot: do you accept late work? Yeah, we're adults. I would assume most of us are professionals in some sort or another in whatever field we're in at the moment. Even if it's in education, things happen. Right? Catastrophes happen, where you have a catastrophe with technology. That happens. No big deal. Okay, talk to me. Let me know. Keep me updated. Something happens, we can work it out. But don't wait till, like, say, the last week of the term and say, hey, my technology has not been working. I haven't turned anything in. I'm sorry. There's not much I can do at that point. So if you keep me updated, I can work with you. I'm very good with technology. I can help you out, but don't wait till the last second. One last question I do get a lot of: do I have to work in a group? Yes, you will have to work in a group in this course. There are a few assignments where you have to work together to make certain things and to communicate with each other, bounce ideas off of each other. Yes, you're still giving me individual work. Sometimes even in the group assignments, I will look at things individually if you've done them. But you will have to work with other people. A lot of our work is going to be on Slack, so that way you can communicate that way. If you are in class, you might want to communicate with your classmates there, talk, work on some stuff. I'm going to be there to provide whatever support I can. Now, if you have any other questions, bring them to class, email them to me. I will be more than happy to answer it. I am very flexible. Things happen. Sometimes we have to switch on the fly. Things not working. Not a problem. That's the idea of education. Sometimes that happens. So no matter what, if you have questions, don't hesitate to ask. Now, our week 1 assignments. So you know what to expect, I will always, every Sunday, or like I say in these videos, I will tell you what your assignments are. I'll give you a description, so you might be able to get started on them right away. I don't want it to be where you have to wait till Thursday to get the assignment. To me, it's important to give it to you guys early. So there are 4 assignments that you'll have to complete. The first of which is a welcome survey. The second, which is actually joining Slack, so you'll have to create an account. We'll talk about that in just a sec, and you'll have to do something for that. There'll be some getting to know you slides on Google that you'll have to do. And then we'll talk about what is ISTE. There'll be a couple of videos, and you'll have to create a response. What I'm going to do right now is show you what that looks like in Blackboard. I don't know if yours will look the same, but it should look very similar. That way you know what to do and where to go. So let me go over to Blackboard right now. I'm going to switch my screen. Hopefully all of you guys can see this right here. This is kind of the home page for our course. I haven't put any announcements in there. I will be putting that stuff in there. You might see tasks that show up because when I put the assignments and everything. But the big thing is you want to go to the content. So right here where it says content, click on that. And what's going to pop up is this folder right here. So it's week 1. As we go through the course, you'll see more weeks showing up. I do try to put stuff in early so you have plenty of time to work on it. Okay, so I don't want it to be where like, hey, all of a sudden you have to wait till Monday morning for it to show up. It may show up before that. You're more than welcome to work ahead, but just remember, if there's a group thing, make sure you give your group members plenty of time to do it. So week 1 overview. So this is for this week of 8/22 to 8/28. So from Monday to Sunday. So when you click on it, this video will be here. I'll put it at the top so you'll be able to reference it no matter what. I'm also going to send you the link in your email. So no matter what, there'll be multiple places where you can watch this to get an idea of what to expect. So here I've got the list of the assignments: complete the entry survey, join Slack and post the introduction, add a slide to our Getting to Know You slide deck, and get to know the ISTE standards. So all these things, if you need to complete for week 1. Every week I'll have the list of things you have to do. Some weeks there's a lot more to do than others. Some weeks it's very little. Okay, so again, I'm not trying to take too much of your time, but set aside some time to get everything done. The first one is a welcome survey that you have to do. So what you'll need to do is click on this link right here. It's going to be a Google form that will open up in another tab. And it's just to share some information about technology, about your proficiency with technology. So some of you guys might be really, really proficient, know how to use technology very well. Some of you guys might be newbies, and that's okay. I take all from the spectrum. So my goal is to help you out. If you're a newbie, to get you up. If you already know, to kind of facilitate things, to make things easy for you, but also show you how to use technology in an educational realm. So it's going to be really important that you answer those as truthfully as possible. Again, I'm not worried about what you respond, but it kind of gives me an idea of how I can help you guys as students. Okay, so again, just fill out that survey. Once you do that, you get credit for it. The second part is joining Slack. Okay, so I have a link right here. When you click on that link, it's going to open up Slack. You'll have to sign in, creating a profile and everything. A lot of times your University of Laverne email address will be perfectly fine. Sign in, you're all set. Once you do that, you'll see things on Slack. There'll be some channels on the left-hand side. As we go through the course, you'll see more and more. But really, I just want you to kind of look at it, kind of get used to it. Once you've gotten on there, post a short introduction about yourself, just real quick. Nothing, you don't have to go too in-depth. You don't have to go too personal, but just to kind of give an idea of who you are and what your goals are, say for, not only this year, but also for your career. So again, short introduction, a couple sentences, just to kind of get you used to it. You can use it on your phone. You can also use it on a desktop. So remember, if you download the Slack app, it's free. You sign in that way. You'll be able to get all the notifications that way as well. I get it on my phone because sometimes as you guys are communicating as groups, I see the communication. And if it means I can answer a question right there, it really does help me help you. There is a video here for you to watch. It kind of gives you an idea what Slack is. Not too in-depth, but just an idea how businesses use this. Think about it. If you've got multiple offices in multiple locations where you really telecommunication is not really what you want to do, you just need to send off quick things, whether it's emails or anything like that, but you want to do it where you're focused on a team. This is one way that can be used, and there are a number of businesses that use this. Again, if you have any problems logging in, getting that taken care of, let me know. I'm here to help. Your third assignment is a getting to know you slides. So I've created a slide deck. There's some instructions on it, and you need to create a slide about yourself using just pictures. You have to put your name, but the rest is just pictures to kind of describe who you are. Give us an idea of who we're all working with. So let me kind of show you what that looks like. I'm going to open this up in a new tab. So as soon as it loads up, I'm going to do that. Let me go over here right now. So this is the getting to know you slide deck. Okay, so you should see this when you open it up. You'll take one of the other slides. Just make sure you don't cover anybody else's stuff. Get your own slide personally and just leave it that way. You can change the background, different colors, whatever you want. Your name should be on the slide. A picture of something you like or love that would surprise your classmates should be on there. It doesn't have to be anything too personal, and please, of course, I shouldn't have to say this, but nothing illegal. A picture of a favorite TV series, movie, book, song, app, video game, anything that you like, 1 or 2 pictures. A picture of a place outside the United States you'd like to visit, or you might have already visited, so that's fine by me. What's your favorite subject in school? And a picture that represents your personality. Have fun with it. Feel free to put whatever you want. The only thing I ask is don't change the second slide because that's my slide. So you get to see what I put on there so you can kind of get to know me before you even get a chance to meet me. So let me kind of show you what that looks like right here. So I'm clicking on it. So my name is David Gago, or Dr. Gago. Like I said, I'm a math teacher, so my favorite subject is math. I'm a big Lakers fan, Dodgers fan, and a Buffalo Bills fan. So I am that crazy fan that goes to the games. I'll get there when the gates open. I'll stay there after. I will paint my face. I will go all crazy for it. But I'm also a teacher. But I'm also, because I'm crazy about sports, I'm a crazy guy in my classroom as well. You'll see here in the bottom left-hand corner, I got my face painted blue. We're the Bulldogs, and our colors are blue and gold, so we're the Blue Dog Crew. And I perform at rallies. I do crazy stuff. That is a picture with me and my daughter when she was a freshman at her first rally. I have no problems in being embarrassing to my kids, so I love that. You'll see here in the middle a picture of Berlin. That's a place that I would love to go to visit. I'd like to visit Germany, that area. I'm a big World War II buff, so I love a lot of that history, so I would love to go see the Brandenburg Gate. And you'll see in the upper left-hand corner, being a math teacher, I'm also a nerd. I love Star Wars. And obviously watching Kenobi this summer was a lot of fun. I love doing all that kind of stuff. This is just a little bit about me so you can kind of know who I am. I'm very animated, very passionate. I love what I do, and I hope to see what you guys are also passionate about. Now I'm going to go back to our content. So that was the third assignment. So make sure you just make a slide. That's all you have to do. I take care of the rest. The last assignment that you'll have to do is getting to know the ISTE standards. So what I want you to do is watch these 2 videos. Okay, so you'll have a video on introducing the ISTE standards for students. You'll have 7 ways the ISTE standards for students kind of work. It's kind of a music video. Again, not very long videos. Okay, I'm not trying to take too much of your time. But then once you watch those videos, you may want to take some notes. In the Slack channel, you'll see right here, #GettingToKnowISTE. It'll also be in your Slack page. You just click on it, and then what I need you to do is answer these questions. How are the ISTE standards different than content or subject standards? Okay, so for us teachers or those that have been in education, we have content standards. I have math standards that I have to teach. But at the same time, technology standards are different. How are they different? And how are they compared to each other? Second thing I want you to answer, why would it be important for teachers to learn about the ISTE standards? Because as we integrate technology, coming back from a pandemic, everybody's using technology. Why is it important to know how to use it and use it effectively? Okay, a couple sentences each on that. You'll do that. You might want to respond to someone else if you see a good idea. I may respond to people saying, hey, that was great. It's an idea or a way for us in Slack to kind of communicate with each other without having to worry about text messages or anything. You'll see here at the bottom there's a few other things. Because we do assignments, like the welcome survey is technically an assignment, but it's easier for me to kind of put it right here where it says teacher use only, so I can give you points on Blackboard for your grade. So you don't have to do anything with that if it says teacher use only. Joining Slack, once I see that you've joined Slack on the app or in the workspace, I know that you completed it. I can give you the points here in Blackboard. And the last thing, getting to know the ISTE standards. Since we're responding on Slack, I make sure that you responded on there. Then I go into Blackboard and I give you the points. So just to kind of give you an idea what everything looks like. Excuse me. So if you have any questions, feel free to email me on that. So that way, if you have a problem with an assignment, let me know. I can jump on and make sure to help you out as soon as I can. Now, coming back here. So remember, 4 assignments that we have to complete by Sunday. Again, I will post the new assignments for week 2 as we go along. So that way you'll have access to those so you can start working on them whenever you feel like you have time. Now, if you do have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. I have my 2 main email addresses there, dgago@laverne.edu. That's my Laverne email address. But I also have my Kern High email address that you're more than welcome to email me. Since I'm at school all the time and I have my email up for that, you can always email me. I have no problems answering it. You can also send me a message on Slack. You can do private messages, kind of like a private text message. And if you have questions there, I can answer that as well because I get that on my phone. So there's a lot of different ways you can reach out to me. You will see, hopefully, a little bit after I finish this video, you will see an email from me that kind of describes this. You'll see a link to this video. This video will also appear on Blackboard at the top. So no matter what, you'll have some information to help you out with. I also will be attaching my syllabus to the email, so make sure you do that. And the book that you have to get, if you don't have it this first week, again, you'll see we're not using the book the first week, so just make sure it gives you some time to get the book. I do recommend going on Amazon. A lot of times you can find it a little cheaper there. But if you do have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I look forward to seeing everybody on Thursday, 5 o'clock at University of Laverne, Bakersfield campus on Stockdale Highway. My telecommuter that I have from Valencia, I will send you the Zoom link so that way you can access it, and I'll have that in the classroom so you can see everything that we're doing. So no matter what, I should see everybody on Thursday, and I look forward to teaching you guys this term.